Good morning, everyone. I want to welcome everyone to the class of 2023 Match Day. I'm Ann Diggins, and I have the honor of being the Assistant Dean for Student Affairs for these great students. This is the most fun day we have at the medical school every year. The students have worked so hard to get where they are today, and I assure you that your class has done amazing, absolutely amazing. I'm not exaggerating. I know I always say you're doing great, but this is serious. One of the folks in our leadership who enjoys Match Day is Dean Kahn. And so his day job is being the Dean of the Medical School and Vice President for Health Affairs at UNLV, although the trumpet was pretty good this year. Trombone, sorry. Sorry, there you go. Okay, my first blooper. So please welcome Dean Kahn to the podium. Thank you.
So what a great day it is. Who's excited? All right. Who's anxious? All right. Who's nervous? All right. So you guys really did well. Now, I used to be teased at my old institution. I always said that our students did really well in the match, but you guys did really well. So you guys are going to some of the top programs in the country, and many of you are staying here for our own great program. So today is St. Patrick's Day in honor of my brother, Lepra. Oh, come on, a dad joke, right? It's Match Day. He's still trying to figure it out. Leprechaun. He said, oh, now I get it. It's all right. It's all right. So anyway, really exciting day. This is actually, really my favorite day of the year. Thank you for allowing me to play trombone. I've only been playing since the summer, but your very own Ed Simonton is a professional musician, so he carried me through, but thanks. Really great to see your families, your parents. This is going to be a great day. I don't want to waste really too much more time other than to say congratulations ahead of time, and let's give a thanks to Ann Diggins and her team. This is great. Dr. Hernandez, your academic affairs team, this is just a great theme. So now it really gives me pleasure to introduce the president of the university, Dr. Keith Whitfield. President.
Well, good morning. What? I was going to say, you haven't seen my show before. I don't have a trumpet, there's no musical accompaniment, but, I always want to hear back all the excitement that I have when I come to these kinds of things. And today, in particular, is a very exciting day. I know you feel it, I feel it too. We couldn't be prouder of you all. The success that you've had is something that's reflected in everything that you do. It's interesting, it was even noted by President Biden, who was here earlier this week. He was talking about you guys. Who was there? You should be raising your hand saying, woohoo, I was there, woo. He was talking about the importance that you bring to the greatness of this country. Health is a basic, I'm trying to say things that I'm not going to get in trouble for, but I might get in trouble for anyway. It's a basic right. It should be a basic right. And today, you're going to be able to find out where the next step in your journey to making, I was going to say America great, but that's somebody else's tagline. I'm not going to use that one. But as you now go forward into graduate medical training to match and figure out what residency program you have, just understand the enormous amount of pride that we have for you. Whether you're staying in Southern Nevada or going someplace else, to equal universities like Mayo or Stanford or Harvard, Yale, something like that, one of the things that brings me great joy and great pride is that I know you're going to take the heart and soul of UNLV. You're going to take that rebel spirit where you go. We've already heard it from some of your, I was going to say successors, the folks who have come on before you. And it's only been 2 classes. But they're talking about their experiences here are seen as unique, valuable, exciting, and great. So you're going to go out and represent that same sort of spirit. I got to be honest with you. Some of you all are going to stay in Nevada. Woohoo! Others of you will go to other places around the country. But just understand, we want you to come back. Dean Kahn is, I don't know how he has time to practice the trumpet. He's been at the legislature, it seems like almost every other day, trying to figure out ways that we can increase the number of residencies within our state, because we want you to stay here and we want you to be trained here. But regardless of where you go, just know we do want you back here. You are going to be a critical piece of how this city gets to the next level. And that sounds like a huge thing, that the city, the city's success is on your back. Part of it is, because health should be a right for everyone. So, as medical practitioners and future leaders, please make sure that you remember that the care of others is going to be central to your life. I like to tell this of people who have been, the poor people who have been my students over the years, of that as they go through and they're in a doctoral program and they're going to get their PhD, I said, you don't get a PhD, you become a PhD. Your training here is starting you down a road where, that's why I like to hang out with doctors. You guys think differently. You see the world differently. It's very, very important. You need to keep the lessons that you have learned here in mind, but make sure that in this moment today, that you celebrate. And also, let's take a moment, because I can see some of them around. I didn't realize there was a whole nother floor up there. There we are, hey! I'm hoping that's family and not our medical students, because you'll have a, long place to run. But just please keep in mind that you did not get here by yourself. There's no such thing as a self-made man or woman. So let's take a moment and thank the people who helped you get you here by supporting you. Let me just close by saying what I have said at the past two. I understand the excitement of match day because one of my stepdaughters is a cardiothoracic surgeon. And on her match day, she went to Pittsburgh. But we knew that that was going to be the next step, and it was. As she tells her story, she talks about the match day, and then she talks about where her residency was and what a difference it made in her life. Make sure that you celebrate today. Celebrate with your loved ones. Celebrate with the ones even that you like, not even the loved ones. But just be clear, I admire all of you, and I commend you for your career path today. And in closing, I would like to say, you've actually given me a very special present. What day is today? I thought you were going to say match day. It is St. Patrick's Day. And interestingly enough, not a lot of people know this, so I'm trying to be intimate with, 300-400 people. It's my birthday. thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm going to hide myself away for the rest of the day, so I don't think I'll have 300 or 400 people sing me happy birthday, but in some ways you guys have given me a great birthday, and that is that I'm going to be able to be here with you to celebrate that next step in your journey. Go out and do great things, and remember, you are a rebel, and rebels make it happen. Thank you very much.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Bob Hernandez. I'm the Vice Dean for Academic Affairs and Education, and I agree with Dean Kahn. Today is one of the most exciting days of the year, and we're so happy to be here to celebrate this with you. There are a lot of people who take great joy in these kind of occasions, and behind the scenes work very, very hard to make sure these things happen. And I just would like to take an opportunity to make sure that those individuals are recognized. We have several, we have Regent Brown with us today and former Regent Dubrava here, critical for their state leadership. Thank you so much. Of course, President Whitfield and Provost Heavey, I think, arrived just a little while ago and is towards the back there. Of course, the faculty who have spent their time to impart to them their wisdom and advice and mentorship. We should thank them for their work. I understand we have some alumni here. Where are our alumni? There we go. And of course the staff. Ann has done a great job with student affairs, but there are so many staff that are, work with you, but also behind the scenes, and I want to make sure that they're recognized as well. So it takes a team effort, and over the past several years, I hope that you all realize, we've tried our best to impart to you some lessons on how to approach this profession. This is a day where you're going to find out what the next step is. And I remember my excitement. I actually only ranked one program a big no-no. I knew I was going to stay at Tulane when I finished medical school. But I remember that day very clearly, kind of the uncertainty, the next step, the idea of having, MD after my name. It was all pretty surreal and hard to get my head around. And as you guys move forward, that first time someone says, "Doctor," you're going to look over your shoulder and say, "Who? What? How did that happen?" But you've worked hard. You've achieved much. You've done tons for this community. You've made this school proud. And now I hope we've given you the tools to move forward and build on them and realize the dream of this institution, which is to go out there and make the world a better place for our patients. Do everything you can in your power to help them out, to go out of your way, to overcome the barriers and the BS that you all know that are out there so that they could benefit from your best effort. It's really what it's all about. And I hope as you go through that journey that you do it together as a class, stay connected, continue to be friends. I'm still friends with my medical school classmates, even my college roommates that went to medical school. That bond is so important. But remember the folks that are around you. Remember the folks that helped you. We're here. We're family now for the rest of our time together. You could always come back to UNLV to help. As the president mentioned, we're hoping that you'll help build healthcare here in Las Vegas. Thank you so much for everything, and God bless you and good luck as you go forward. So it's now my pleasure to introduce Dr. Ashley Prandecki, a graduate of the first class and the president of the Alumni Association, who's going to say a few words. Dr. Prandecki.
Thank you, Dr. Hernandez. So at this point, every second's probably feeling like an eternity. But I just want to say congratulations from the alumni chapter. I've had the opportunity to work with so many of you, and I know that all of you will be extraordinary alumni and will do extraordinary things wherever you go. And I also wanted to take a second to explain what we have at our alumni table to the right. Basically, different members of the classes of 2021 and 2022 gave different pieces of advice, unique pieces of advice that we placed in different popsicles. So basically fortune cookies and popsicles over on that table. Whenever you get a chance throughout this day, just to go grab one. And again, congratulations from the Alumni chapter.
Thank you, Dr. Prandecki. I now am going to invite our student forward to speak. When I was thinking about your class, I thought, you know, who could remain calm enough today to actually say a few words to the class and the family and the friends that are gathered here today? And of course, there was really only one choice, your class president, Vishwas Ravi Kumar.
Hi, everyone. So, welcome to the family. Welcome to the family, friends, partners, and all else who have joined us on this most special occasion. Match Day is perhaps the most significant event of medical school for the reason that it is the crossroad between the student we have been up until this point and the physician of the future who we will become soon enough. All of our hard work, from mastering the fundamentals of biomedical sciences to developing the art of clinical practice and exploring our interests and career paths for many years, has prepared us for this moment of finding out where we will complete our specialty training. And while we might have notions now of exactly what we want and where we need to be for this next phase, it is important to remember that the future will always be what we make of it. I say this as someone who has had to remind themselves of this every day. As much as we do our best to show off our strengths, put in the work, and prepare a list that most closely aligns with who we are at this moment, there is, at the end of the day, still so much out of our control. I choose to remember this: our worth was, and never will be, tied to exactly where we end up, what specialty we do, nor how long it takes for us to achieve our dreams. The same dedication and drive that has helped us overcome the obstacles thrown our way so far is the same that will bring us through whatever future lies ahead. The training we go through is one of the most rigorous and challenging of all professional careers in the world, and the values and skills to succeed in this environment is something that we will all continue to have regardless of what we do. With our family and friends by our side, the future will shine bright for us. Thanks to all who have built us up along the way. And to the class of 2023, the greatest class this school has ever seen, I wish you all the best of luck.
So we only have about 5 or 6 more speakers, and then we'll be able to release the results. Actually, I'm the last person to talk to you. Everybody has been so great about thanking all the folks that helped you get here today, your family, friends, your advisors. There's a couple of people, though, I want to thank from from Academic Affairs, Erica Shipley and Jessica Alfaro. Let's give them a big round of applause. I don't know how Erica does your schedules. I really don't understand what happens, but somehow she keeps you going and knows where everybody is. That's who I call if I need to find one of you. And Jessica reserves all your classrooms, makes sure everything's going smoothly. So thank you to them for all their service. And Rachel and Rita have been here since 4 o'clock this morning, getting everything ready for you guys. So let's give them another round of applause. And I just want to add my gratitude to the class of 2023 at the risk of your heads getting even bigger than they already are, since Vish just told you we're the greatest class ever in the history of the school. I look forward to all the great contributions that you're going to make in your specialties and to medicine, to the state, and really honestly to the country. This is a wonderful day. It's also tinged with a little bit of sadness because I know when we next gather, I'm going to have to say goodbye to all of you, and you really have been a terrific class, and I've enjoyed working with you so much. But it's in residency, really, that you're going to really find your medical family. That's how intense I think residency is, the hours, the long days. And looking at this amazing match list today, you're going to some great places, but what I want to say is they're lucky to get you. Your programs are so lucky to be getting you. You're just wonderful students. You're going to be great doctors. I know you've been well prepared and can't wait to see all of you succeed, and you're going to find out in about 2 minutes where you're going to go. I'm trying not to get on the NRMP's bad side. I feel like they monitor these things. And so as I finish up my remarks, I have only one thing left, and I hope none of you will be too disappointed that there is not a leprechaun or an Elvis impersonator coming out to entertain you. I am Irish myself. It was hard to resist the leprechaun, I have to say. All right, so here's the logistics of what's going to happen next. We're going to have a countdown, and you can all count. It just is going to go from 10 down to 0. When the countdown slide gets down to 0, you're all going to flow out there, and hopefully you've been smart enough to find your lollipop in the lollipop woods at our Match Day Candyland out there on the patio. And so if we could have a clear path, if you're between the students and the lollipops, you're going to want to move out of the way because I think they'll probably mow you down. All right, I'm going to go ahead and cue the countdown. I'll risk the end. My watch is close enough. Yes.
Day 2023 at the Kirk Kerkorian School of Medicine, UNLV. My name is Paul Johnson. I'm manager of media relations, and with me is Liz Grosbeck, who just matched to emergency medicine. Tell us where you matched and tell us a little bit about the program.
I matched at my number one choice. It's Geisinger up in Pennsylvania. I did an away rotation with them. They're a great group of people. They have a real sense of family up there, and they have helicopter medicine. Awesome. So I loved my rotation with them.
Let me tell you about Liz Grosbeck. Liz, as you may recall, was in the media about a year ago. She was on her way to a Raiders game. A gentleman was hit by a car, a hit-and-run driver suffered a severe injury to his arm. Liz jumped out of her Uber, came to the aid of this gentleman, and helped him until help could arrive. And they remain friends to this day. If there's an emergency medicine person who's perfectly fit for emergency medicine, it is you. You are truly fit for this role.
Thanks so much. I'm happy to be here.
Who's here with you today?
My whole family. So my dad, my stepmom, and my little sister came to support.
So Green Valley High School, right?
Green Valley High here in Las Vegas.
Carleton College.
Carleton College, Minnesota.
Kerkorian School of Medicine. We are glad to have had you. Been a great representative of the School of Medicine, and we hope that you come back. Any plans coming back after your residency?
That's pretty far in the future. I have no idea, but I will always want to go where my family goes, and they live here. So,
Liz Grosbeck, congratulations.
Thanks so much.
Right. We'll be talking to more students who recently matched in a minute. a lot of cheers and hugs all around for Fadi Azar, who's been a great representative of School of Medicine, one of our top students. Tell us where you matched and tell us a little bit about the program.
Yeah, I matched into the University of California, San Diego for internal medicine. Really great program, great clinical training, great city, obviously, and just really excited to be there.
UC San Diego, terrific program. They are lucky to have you. You've always been a wonderful representative of Las Vegas as a whole. You went to high school here locally. You went to college at UNLV, right?
Yes, sir.
What are your plans? Do you expect to come back, or is it still too early to tell?
Definitely. This is home. This is always going to be home. Becoming a doctor was to serve this community. This community raised me into what it is. This school made me what it is, what I am. So coming back is the priority.
Anybody you want to say hi to on the live stream at all? Or do you have everybody here?
Really, all my family and friends watching. Thanks for all your support. I couldn't do it without any of you, and love you guys all.
Any idea, are you going to specialize in anything in internal medicine? You have your eye on any subspecialty?
Yeah, I'm right now cardiology or pulmonary critical care are the two, obviously early on, but those are the two I'm honing in on right now.
One of Las Vegas's best Fadi Azar. Congratulations, brother.
So much, Bob.
Okay, thank you.
Appreciate
Okay. And welcome back, everybody. Joining us now is Vishwas Ravi Kumar. He's the class president of the class of 23. He gave a speech prior to the match announcement. He was wildly cheered by his classmates. He's a big favorite here. Where'd you match? And tell us a little bit about the program.
So I matched at Oregon Health and Sciences in internal medicine. It's a great program in Portland, Oregon, and very focused on improving like social justice in medicine, improving like access to care, making really humanistic physicians. And then for me personally too, I'm really interested in doing hematology oncology eventually. And they have like an amazing hem-onc program there. They match very well every year. And of course my long-term plans though will be to come back to Nevada and practice here and be a hem-onc for our state. So I'm really happy things worked out the way they did. My best friend also matched there too in the same program, so I'm really excited. So
Well, the dean of the medical school just stopped by, congratulated Vishwas, and said that program is truly top-notch.
Yeah, I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful to have this opportunity, and I'm so excited to start there.
Okay, so you started years ago in the School of Medicine with our previous campus, basically a hallway and one classroom. Now we're in the new building. What are your fond memory? One best moment from your 4 years?
I think my favorite moment was seeing the first ever school-wide formal come together. We spent a long time planning that. We started in our first year, and then it got delayed by the COVID pandemic for 2 years, and then it finally happened at the end or early part of my third year. And just seeing everyone there, seeing it be a real thing, was an amazing thing. And now it's a tradition we do every year. So I just have very fond memories of that night. It was great. So.
You've been very active in research with the university as well. We really appreciate everything you've done and the great way you've represented the school. And you're going to continue to when you go up to Oregon. And they're going to say those students at Kerkorian are top flight. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Now with another student who matched. This is Jonathan Scott, and we're also joined by Dean Mark J. Kahn, who is the Dean of the Medical School. Talk to us a little bit about the results today. First, Jonathan, congratulations. Way to go. Tell us where you matched and tell us a little bit about the program.
I matched at LSU New Orleans for psychiatry. I did an away there back in like August. I fell in love with the city. I fell in love with the program. I felt like it was a really good fit. I spent a month in the behavioral health ER over there. with some of the greatest attendings ever. The residents were all cool, ancillary staff was cool. But the city of New Orleans itself is really charming. They had great food, great drinks, great culture, great history. But they got a lot of potholes. That's all I want to say.
And Dean Kahn came from New Orleans, was at Tulane.
It's a fun city, a lot like our city here in Las Vegas. Hospitality based, lots to do. New Orleans is the third wettest city and the most humid city in the United States. We're the driest and the least humid. So you got some change in weather to put up with, but great program. Really, congratulations, Jonathan.
What do you think? Well, tell us about the results of this year's match overall. What do you think?
You know, this is our third match, and I'm continually impressed by how well our students do. We have great students that are going to stay here. We have students going to some of the top programs really across the country. And I think the word's getting out with what we're really trying to do here. I just hope that those students that go away come back, because we really need doctors here. That goes for you too, Jonathan.
I'll be back. My mom's right there, so I can't leave her alone.
Before we go, anybody you want to thank, say hello to?
I just want to thank my mom, my uncle, my family, my friends. Wouldn't be here without them.
Jonathan Scott, congratulations, sir.
Thank you.
Well done. Well done.
Almost time to wrap up today's coverage of Match Day 2023 here at the Kirk Kerkorian School of Medicine at UNLV. Here are the highlights. 39% of our students, 39% of our 66 students matched in Nevada. So they'll be staying in Nevada for at least part of their residency. Some of the others matched at some of the other top institutions, nationally recognized institutions in the country, including Johns Hopkins, Vanderbilt, and the Mayo Clinic. But we're really proud of all of our students, everyone who matched today, and they're all on track to graduate May 5th. So we hope that you'll join us for that coverage as well. Thank you for watching UNLV TV coverage of Match Day 2023.